Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6 o'clock, time for us to begin our meeting. I want to welcome all of those who have come tonight to the chambers for this meeting. As we prepare to officially begin, I'm going to ask Brother Bill Wright, who's a senior adult director at First Baptist Church on the Bypass, to come and give our invocation. Good to see you this evening, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for all of your many blessings, too numerous to mention. Thank you for such a beautiful day. Thank you that we have the privilege of living in a place like Richmond. Thank you for these who are charged to serve this community and to lead. And thank you for every citizen. Our request tonight is that you will never let us forget that every good thing comes from you and you alone, and to seek your face and to seek your will. And we ask for your direction and wisdom that can only come from above as we gather here tonight and always and every day. And I pray this in the name of my Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Thank you, Bill. We're honored to have a local U.S. Armed Forces veteran with us tonight. To lead our Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Josh Maynard. Mr. Maynard is Director of the Veterans Upward Bound Program at Eastern Kentucky University. Josh is a United States Army veteran, where he served as a combat medic with the 101st Airborne Division. He works to help veterans across the Commonwealth better themselves through higher education. Thank you, Josh, for leading our pledge tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. If you'll please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Newby.
Here.
Commissioner Brewer. Commissioner Cole.
Here.
Commissioner Goebel.
Here.
Mayor Blythe.
Here, thank you. Before I ask for a motion to amend our agenda, let me just note, as you're aware, that by the roll call that Commissioner Brewer is not present. He is absent due to a death in his family, and certainly at this time, I'm not aware of whether or not all family members are aware, so I don't call those things publicly, but I just want us to remember him with the death in his family. He and his wife are traveling. I'm going to ask of the Commission this time a motion that we will amend our agenda as follows. And if there are those of you in the audience who have an agenda, you'll be able to follow me also. First, that we'll remove the business recognition tonight. We'll remove the minutes from September 19 to appear on the next meeting for approval. We will remove the police pinning ceremony till the next meeting. And we will withdraw ordinance 24-25, zone change application for Congleton Lane as requested by the attorney, Preston Worley, and the property owner. May I have a motion, please? Don't do that. May I have a motion, please, that we will amend the agenda with all of those in one?
Mayor, I make that motion.
Commissioner Cole?
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion?
I have one
Yes.
question.
Yes, sir.
One question. With the removal of the orders from the zone change, normally when say something is voted yea or nay, let's say something's voted down, they have 1 year, right, to bring it up again, propose it again. Well, what is the case the same as if, say, they withdraw at the 11th hour, the proposal, or can they just pick it up
Attorney, please.
as soon as possible?
No, there is no one-year moratorium on a request for a rezone after it has been withdrawn.
So they can, per se, try again in a month or two?
Yes, in theory, absolutely.
But they do have to go back through the full process, which would start at planning and zoning, not just back to this board.
That is correct.
Okay.
Thanks for the question, Commissioner.
Yes. All right.
Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Now, I will suffer this, Madam Clerk and Mr. Attorney. If there are those who are pleased with that, I will allow you 10 seconds. Okay. A little levity every now and then, I think, is good for the soul.
You may want to ask them if they want to suffer through the rest of the meeting.
Yeah, now, that's the other thing. If you want to suffer through the rest of the meeting, you may do so. I'm sorry now, Lisa. Now I've got to say what our former attorney, Garrett Fowles, used to say. Looking at the smiles in the room, he would tell us sometimes if we were having fun upstairs, he would say, now there's too much jocularity in here. Too much jocularity. All righty. Yeah, well, not really, but if it's, what's the nature of it?
Okay. The majority of the people who were here for this, and I very much appreciate you taking this question, they were here just for this specific item, and we have one person who was going to take advantage of the 5 minutes at the end, out of respect for everyone's time.
That's fine. Public comments period is public comments period.
But what
Yes.
I'm asking is, would you allow her just to go, so then all these people can then go?
You mean now? No,
Okay.
no.
Thank you
That's
very
why it's on the agenda, public comments period. All righty. But thank you for asking now, you know, thank you. Let's see. Is there anyone here tonight to represent Hope's Wings? There you are. Yes, indeed. Come on. And we did get together a few days ago and actually sign a proclamation.
Yes, thank you so much for having us here tonight, Mayor Blythe. We really appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, my name is Paige Kurtner. I am the Communications and Development Coordinator for Hope's Wings Domestic Violence Program. We are Madison County's local domestic violence shelter, and I'm here tonight because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I will just let you all know about some fun stuff we have coming up and about some great things that we've already accomplished to kick off DV Awareness Month. So just to get things started, the best way that you can show survivors that they're not alone is through community engagement. Our community has proven time and time again that we can help reduce this stigma and let survivors know that they have our support through gestures of kindness, from donations to local shelters to sharing the domestic violence hotline and social media posts and spreading awareness and engagement in that way. Last Friday, as Mayor Blythe mentioned, Mayor Fraley from Berea and Judge Taylor got together and read and signed the official Domestic Violence Awareness Month proclamation, just to make things official in Madison County and take a stand for survivors, and we greatly appreciated it. It was a great event at Berea City Hall. We alternate between Berea City Hall and Richmond City Hall year to year, so next year it will take place in Richmond. If you missed it this year, just be on the lookout. Just to let you know about some other fun stuff we have coming up, October 17th is a nationally recognized day called Purple Thursday, where nationally everyone's encouraged to take a selfie and share it on social media wearing purple, wear purple and support local business. And some of our Madison County local businesses are getting in on the fun and will be offering specialty items or discounts for people who come in wearing purple. There's some local coffee shops that are plotting some specialty purple-themed lavender drinks, so stay on the lookout for that. We're going to have everyone finalize those details with us by this Friday, and keep an eye on the chamber newsletters and our social media platforms for more information on that. Our Instagram is at Hope's Wings KY, and our Facebook is Hope's Wings Domestic Violence Program, if you're not already following us. And October 26th, we have a Chili for Change cook-off at noon at First Christian Church. And we will be posting some more things soon about specific games that are going to be involved involved there, but we've already got some great volunteers signed on, and there is a Google form if you're interested in putting your chili recipe to the test against other members of our community. Just sign up and let us know that you plan on participating, just so we have a rough head count of in terms of how many chili dishes will be there. But we absolutely welcome anyone interested to come and support and just have some good family fun. If you don't want to make chili, you can still buy a taste test ticket, and it's just chili for a good cause, good fall fun. Face painting will be one thing we'll offer for kids there, so if you want to bring the whole family, it's a great way to do that. Very family friendly, but the proceeds will support survivors. And finally, if you just want to find ways to help throughout the month, a great way to show support is by displaying a purple light bulb at your home, or if you have a business here downtown or anywhere in Madison County, in your storefront or the outside of your building. It's convenient because October's Halloween and spooky season, and purple looks great with all the fall stuff and decor downtown, but it also sends a very important message. And last year, we were very pleasantly surprised by how many community supporters showed support by shining a light for domestic violence. So we definitely recommend the purple LED bulbs, and you can find those at most Lowe's and Ace Hardware stores. So if you'd like to do that, we absolutely encourage it, and if you feel inclined, share it on social media and tag us in it. But yes, thank you all so much for having us here tonight. We appreciate it.
We were over in Berea, as was mentioned. Monday? Friday, I think. And the three of us, as was mentioned, were able to sign proclamation together. But at the same time, folks who were in the audience were invited to come and then sign that proclamation with us, which I think was quite significant because it was a way of committing themselves to participate also in doing what can be done to stop domestic violence. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You all have the proclamation already, right?
Yes,
Okay.
we do. Yes,
Thanks so much. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to mention a couple of things before I do this next proclamation. I've told some of you that my mother said years ago, when I've always been involved in things in the community, and my mother said to me one day, she said, one of these days, mothers speak with the finger, one of these days you're going to meet yourself coming and going. I think it's today. We've had lots of wonderful things to take place, but I had to ask the chief where it was. Well, let's see here now. One other thing. This pin on this side, if you're close enough, and I believe the chief has his on, has a purple banner and a pink banner. Our police department is showing its support for the October celebrations of awareness campaigns, the pink for breast cancer awareness, and the purple, as we've just heard, for domestic violence awareness. And Chief has allowed me to wear one of their pins, and I do so proudly for the support that we in City Hall give to both of these efforts. And I want to encourage all of us to get behind those who give of themselves so passionately and compassionately for both of these efforts. All right? This proclamation is for International Alpha Delta Kappa Month, and I'm going to ask the representative please to come while I read. Whereas women in education constitute a great portion of the nation's working force and are constantly striving to serve their communities and nation in educational, cultural, and charitable programs leading to harmony, happiness, and peace among all people, and whereas major goals of the Alpha Delta Kappa International Honorary Organization for Women Educators are to give recognition to outstanding educators, to build a fraternal fellowship among educators, adding to their effectiveness in promoting excellence in education, to establish high standards of education, to promote educational and charitable projects and activities, enriching the lives of individuals everywhere, and assisting these individuals into happy, constructive, and fulfilling lives. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Robert R. Blythe of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2024 as International Alpha Delta Kappa Month. And there are representatives of ADK. I'm going to ask you to come, if you will, please, and introduce yourselves. Let me first present this proclamation to you. And if you would, yes, indeed.
Thank you. I'm Teresa Ramsey, and I am the ADK Alpha Eta chapter chairperson for ADK Month. We've been celebrating, and we're so glad there's so many people here. You know, we need to celebrate all of our teachers because they do such a hard job. And in every school building, you have very dedicated, hard-working people that are there for the goals of, of doing the best, of making outstanding citizens. And we're so proud to be a part of that. This honorary organization just works hard not only for our community, but we're also trying to support our active teachers this year. Every month we meet during the school year and we have a chosen charity. So we're always making donations that we hope will count for improvement in our community. Also, right now we have 51 members. I think 14 are active teachers. So we're trying to remember them and uplift them every month. Of those charities, like in August, I guess, we decided to support the Daniel Boone Family Resource Center. In September, we went and toured God's Outreach. And one of our activities for ADK Month is we have decided to support a student in the backpack program for the entire year. That's one of our activities. But we also support a lot of other things. One international, goal is through the Alzheimer's Association. And so many people are affected by that. So not only do we help here, but we also help across the United States and the world. So, because we are an international organization. We're lucky tonight that we have Pat Baldwin, who is the state ADK chairperson for our monthly, or ADK month. So, and we also have, in our chapter, we have the state president, who happens to be Miss Julie Brown, who is Miss Baldwin's daughter. So it's a family affair. We have a very active chapter. But we really appreciate you all recognizing us.
Yes.
And the support that's given in the community. And we try to return that.
And that's women educators. is that right?
Women educators, sorry. Sorry.
I'm a retired teacher, you know, so you have my support. You have our support.
I know.
Appreciate
I
what
know.
you're doing.
We appreciate all of you. We really do.
You want like a picture in front of the seal? And with the rest of you guys stand there.
I figured you would. What you come back.
Looking good. Y'all know the drill. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, if you've had a chance to look at the minutes of the regular meeting, September 10, 6 p.m. meeting, ready to act on those, may we have a motion, please, that we'll accept the minutes as presented?
I move.
Commissioner Newby
Second.
and Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-141, an order of the City of Richmond promoting employees to Master Police Officer. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has a policy of promoting police officers for the position of master, and where there are several officers that have successfully met those requirements for master police officer who have submitted their applications for consideration to the assignment, and whereas the city manager has recommended the promotion of these employees. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following employees in the police department are hereby promoted to Master Police Officer effective payroll September 30th, 2024. Employees will be paid based on the fiscal year 24-25 approved pay scale. Pay grade 4. Colette Mullins, original hire date was 2019. Timothy Kraft, original hire date 2020. Matthew Hannon, original hire date was 2019. This order shall be effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-141. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Chief, do you want, do you want to say something about our removing the pinning ceremony, please, sir?
Yes, that's completely my fault, Mayor. Apparently, when you promote an employee, you're supposed to let them know when the promotion ceremony is.
Crazy, huh?
And I failed to do so. So today, I asked for your all's forgiveness, but also if we could reschedule that till the next meeting so I can let them plan accordingly. And I won't forget this time.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
I thought you'd get a smile out of that. Order 24-148, an order of the City of Richmond promoting an employee in the fire department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has openings in the Richmond Fire Department, and whereas this employee has successfully completed the promotional process, which has consisted of an oral interview conducted by a selection panel and evaluated on their abilities, education, training, and leadership within the department. And whereas Fire Chief Brooks Elder has recommended the promotion, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following fire department employee shall be promoted to firefighter 2 from the firefighter 2 to the rank of captain, effective payroll October 18th at the rate of fiscal year 24-25 fire pay scale, pay grade 5. Jonathan Tussey, original hire date as firefighter 1 in 2009. He was then promoted to firefighter 2 in 2010. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-148. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby.
Second.
Commissioner Cole. Is there any discussion?
I remember when he was hired.
I was waiting for a comment. Thank you, Commissioner. I knew that. Yes. Yes. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yes.
Commissioner Goble.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. I believe at this time, Chief Elder, if you would come.
Yes, sir. I'd like to invite Captain Tussey and his wife Mariah up to pin the captain's bugles. Does this move us up above the police department? If y'all just get right there.
We'll call a couple of officers to get Chief and you untangled.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We have a very young department, which you know from our retirements and our hirings that y'all have done lately. And Captain Tussey's been with us for 15 years. So I'm proud of him for stepping up, and he will make an excellent leader for our department.
And it is commendable, Chief, that now Captain Tussey has been with us as long as he has. Order 24-130, an order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky authorizing for project administration on an Economic Development Administration EDA grant. Mr. City Manager, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has partnered with the Bluegrass Area Development District to apply for funding through the Economic Development Administration for acquisition, renovation, and development of property to set up a men's recovery, housing, and workforce opportunity facility to be operated by New Vista, and whereas the city has received preliminary approval from the EDA EAA award, and whereas the City of Richmond wishes for project management and grant administration to be the responsibility of the Bluegrass Area Development District, now therefore be it resolved that the City of Richmond to enter into an attached contract for professional services with the Bluegrass Area Development District for the project management and administrative services not to exceed $35,000. This order shall become effective immediately upon reading and passage by the Richmond City Commission.
Thank you, sir. That's the reading of Order 24-130. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole
Second.
and Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? Anything, Mr. City Manager, you want
I
to?
would just remind everybody that this is the recent announcement of the $4.7 million we received from the federal government to renovate an existing property for a men's recovery center and a workforce development program. So we have our kickoff meeting. It'll be, I think, in 2 weeks. And this Bluegrass Area Development District and New Vista have been very strong partners in this. And it goes a long way for us to have Bluegrass Area Development District manage and administer the grant, because it's a federal grant and there's a lot of paperwork.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-131, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a bid for Little League backstop system at Revel Field. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has advertised and accepted bids for the remodel of a new netted backstop system on the Revel Little League baseball field located at Lake Reba Park, and whereas 3 bids were received and 1 package has met all specifications and lead time, which is determined to be the best proposal for the city. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the Lake Reba Park Little League netted backstop system project bid for Revel Field is awarded to Beacon Athletics of Madison, Wisconsin, for the total amount of $26,000. Funding for the project will be allocated from the ARPA budget, Little League facility improvements. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's the reading of Order 24-131. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, sir, please.
You'll see several orders on the agenda tonight.
That's what I
for
was
this
searching through here
project.
for,
I
yes.
think there's 4 or 5. This is Revel Field going into Lake Reba, right on the left, the first Little League field. We are utilizing our ARPA money along with some arbitration money from our bonding to do this project, but Little League will be getting a brand-new AstroTurf, artificial turf field, new fencing, new backstops, new dugouts, new masonry and concrete work. So this is a great upgrade for Little League.
Thank you.
Phyllis is happy.
Oh, yeah, Phil's happy. That's a good thing.
Okay, now, Lisa, just keep me straight. That's 131, is that right?
Yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't have 131. That's why I was searching it. But I'm okay.
Oh, I'm
I've got
sorry.
the others. Any further discussion? There being none, for Order 24-131, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-132, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a bid for Little League dugouts at Revel Field. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has also advertised and accepted bids for new dugouts for the Revel Little League ball field, and whereas 3 bids were submitted and reviewed, and 1 package has met all specifications. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the Little League dugout project for Revel Field is awarded to Beacon Athletics of Madison, Wisconsin, in the amount of $26,000. Funding for the project is also allocated from the ARPA budget. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-132. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-133, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a bid for Little League turf at Revel Field. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has also advertised and accepted bids for artificial turf at Revel Field, and whereas 3 bids were submitted and 1 package has met all specifications and lead time, and which has been determined to be the best proposal. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the Lake Reba Park Little League artificial turf project for Revel Field is awarded to Vesio Sports Fields of Lexington, Kentucky, in the amount of $435,000. The funding for this project will be allocated from the General Obligation Fund Series 2023, Additional Capital Projects, Little League Baseball. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-133. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby
Second.
and Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yes.
Commissioner Goble.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-134, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a bid for steam clean and paint project at Paradise Cove. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the city has advertised and accepted bids for a steam clean and painting pool service prior to the next season of operation, and whereas 4 bids were received and 1 proposal which met all specifications and lead time to complete the project has been determined to be the best. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond of the Board of Commissioners that the Paradise Cove Pool Steam Clean and Paint Project is awarded to Ideal Painting LLC of Richmond, Kentucky, in the amount of $42,500. Funding for the project will be allocated from the Parks Department Aquatic Center Expenses Fund. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-134. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-135, order of the City of Richmond hiring an employee in the Public Works Department. Madam Clerk?
Whereas the Public Works Department is in need of additional staff due to the increase of workload, and whereas the position was advertised and interviews conducted, and whereas the city manager has recommended the hire for these positions. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following individual is hired contingent upon their successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements for the Public Works Department effective October 14th. Equipment Operator 1, pay grade 2, Russell Barrett. He's an at-will employee and will serve a 1-year probationary period. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-135. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-136, order of the City of Richmond accepting a resignation by an employee in the police department. Mr. Attorney, please.
Whereas Shannon Valley in the Police Department has submitted her resignation notice to the city, now therefore be it ordered by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation of Shannon Valley from the Police Department effective September 30th, 2024. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank Ms. Valley for her service since 2020. This order shall be effective immediately upon its adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's order 24-136. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-137, an order of the City of Richmond declaring property surplus and providing for its disposition. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas pursuant to ordinance Chapter 34.02, disposition of surplus city personal property declares a list of property which shall be submitted monthly to the city manager and then submitted to the mayor and city commission for classification of surplus property. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the September 2024 property described by the lists as submitted by the Police Department and Administration Department, which is attached hereto, is declared surplus and is no longer needed by the city and is not suitable for purposes for which it was intended. It is hereby authorized that the property is disposed by govdeals.com, bids directly to the city manager, and if the items do not sell in a timely manner, the city is hereby authorized to destroy items that are no longer have value. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 24-137. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble
Second.
and Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion? Did have a chance to talk with the Gov Deals folks, and they were happy to see that we were using their services when we were at the KLC meeting. So thank you, Chief. Thanks to all of those department heads who do that. No further discussion, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-138, an order of official intent of the City Commission of Richmond, Kentucky to finance the acquisition, construction, and equipping of a new police headquarters from the proceeds of a proposed issue of bonds. Mr. City Manager, please.
Mayor, if it pleases the board, I'd like to just summarize this.
Yes, sir.
Because these treasury
Any objection?
regulations are very confusing, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
What this does for us, as you know, we've secured the property for the new police department. When we go out to bid for the new police department and we decide who the contractor is going to be, and we issue bonds to pay for that park project, this allows us to reimburse ourselves for the cost of the property. We did the same thing with the new park project. So we purchase the property, and when we sell bonds for the whole project as a whole, we include the purchase price of the property. It allows us to reimburse that money into our general fund, is basically what this says.
All right. Let's see. That's the summary.
That's the summary, yeah.
Now, let's see, we need a motion now, right?
Yep.
No, that's not you.
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Now, is there any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-139, an order of the City of Richmond accepting a resignation by an employee in the Police Department. Mr. Attorney, please.
Whereas Hunter McFerrin in the Police Department has submitted his resignation notice to the city, now therefore be it ordered that the Richmond City Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation of Hunter McFerrin from the Police Department effective September 22nd, 2024. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank Mr. McFerrin for his service since 2021. This order shall be effective immediately upon its adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's order 24-139. May we have a motion, please? Bring to the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-140, order of the City of Richmond accepting retirements, by 3 employees in the fire department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas Bruce Frederick, George Walker, both firefighter 2, and Tim Stalker, captain in the fire department, have submitted their retirement notices to the city. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners accepts the following retirements from the fire department. Bruce Frederick, effective 10/31/2024. The city would like to thank Mr. Frederick for his service and dedication to the department since November 1st of 2024. George Walker, effective 10/31/2024. The city would also like to thank Mr. Walker for his service and dedication to the department since November 1st of 2004. Tim Stalker, effective 10/31/24. The city would also like to thank Mr. Stalker for his service and dedication to the department since April 25th, 2005. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank all of them and wish them on their best future endeavors. This order shall become effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 24-140. May we have a motion, please? Certainly with our gratitude that we will, a motion will bring this to the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole, thank you.
Second.
And Commissioner Newby, thank you also. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I have a statement. Over the years, I've fought numerous fires with all 3 of these individuals, and they're all 3 excellent firefighters. But more importantly, I know them personally, and they're even better human beings.
Yes.
That's my statement.
And Lisa, should I say it? Bruce was one of my 9th grade students.
No.
Okay.
I knew him when he was little.
Yes, indeed. Any further discussion? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-142, an order of the City of Richmond hiring an employee for the Administration Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the Administration Department is in need of a leadership position for the Safety and Risk Specialist, and where the position was advertised and interviews were conducted by a selection committee, and whereas the committee has recommended a qualified candidate for the position, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following individuals hired contingent upon their successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements as the Safety and Risk Specialist for the Administration Department, pay grade 6, effective October 14th, 2024. Jason Skinner. He is an at-will employee and will serve a 1-year probationary period. This order shall take effect immediately upon passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 24-142. May we have a motion, please? Bring to the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
there is discussion. You all know how passionate I feel about occupational safety, and we took this position very serious. We invested a lot of time. The city manager can attest to that. We did a lot of interviews just to make sure that we hired the very best person. And so I am so excited to personally welcome Jason on board with the city. And stand up for us, Jason. Hi. We expect great things, Jason.
No pressure.
No pressure whatsoever. But welcome aboard, yes.
Mayor and Commissioners, I want to thank Tammy for her time and effort with this as well. You know, I think she got a doctorate in this, don't you?
Seriously.
She was very helpful with the questions and the interview process and the whole thing, so I want to thank her for her time as well.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Any other discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-143, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a water and sewer bid package for the Richmond Regional Sports Complex project. Mr. City Manager, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has advertised and accepted bids for water and sewer extensions for the sports complex located on the corner of Tates Creek Road and Goggins Lane, Richmond, Kentucky. Whereas one bid was received on August 15th, 2024, which met all specifications, has been determined to be the best. Now therefore be ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners. The Richmond Regional Sports Complex Project, contract number 604-2403 for water and sewer is awarded to the Allen Company Incorporated of Lexington, Kentucky for the total of $4,161,526. Working with the Allen Company and Richmond Utilities, Bell Engineering provided a valued engineer recommendation that helped reduce the overall cost. As a result, the Allen Company returned with a cost of $3,523,951. Furthermore, the City Commission hereby approves change order number 1 for the water and sewer package, which results in the reduction of $637,574. Funding for this project will be allocated from the Richmond Regional Sports Complex Fund. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. That's Order 24-143. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole
Second.
and Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, I want to thank
Yes, sir.
Bell Engineering and Scott Althauser, who's here tonight with Richmond Utilities, for working together and making recommendations to the Allen Company to reduce this cost.
Thank you, sir.
It's
It's
a pretty
always
job.
good news. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you, Madam Clerk. I'm going to give you a little break here as soon as I can for your
No.
voice, but
You're fine. We're doing
for
good.
the ones of this nature, I'd
Yeah.
like to have them. Order 24-144, an order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, accepting the supplemental grant, approving the grant assistance agreement, authorizing the amendment of the City of Richmond annual budget, and authorizing a representative to sign all related documents. Mr. Attorney, please.
Whereas the Kentucky General Assembly has appropriated funds for infrastructure projects in Senate Bill 36 of the 2021 regular session of the Kentucky General Assembly and in the 2022 regular session of the Kentucky General Assembly for the Cleaner Water Program. And whereas the City of Richmond has previously determined that it is in the public interest to acquire and construct certain facilities and improvements to the grantee's utility system, and whereas the grantee desires funding from the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority for the purpose of acquisition and construction of the project, and whereas in order to obtain the grant from the Cleaner Water Program for the project and administered by the authority, the grantee is required to enter into an assistance agreement with the authority. And now, therefore, be it ordered that the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners as follows. Section 1, the grantee hereby accepts the grant award and approves the agreement between the grantee and the authority to provide the necessary funds to the grantee for the project. Section 2, that the City of Richmond Mayor is hereby designated as the grantee's authorized official for this project and is hereby directed and empowered by the grantee to execute the agreement and related documents and agreements, and to otherwise act on behalf of the grantee to effect such grant award, and to engage a qualified project administrator. Section 3, that the grantee hereby agrees and commits to include by amendment to its annual budget and audit process the receipts and expenditures of funds subject to the agreement up to and including the date of the project closeout. This order shall be effective immediately upon its adoption by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. That's Order 24-144. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor now for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby, is there any discussion? Anything, Mr. City Manager, you want to mention there?
Commissioner Cole, was this the question you had earlier today about the grant you and I discussed? I think we ended up
think
talking
so.
about something different. I didn't answer your question. This is a project, a sewer project in the south part of our city to increase capacity, and it needed additional funding, so we were lucky enough to get the additional grant.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and so ordered. Order 24-145, an order of the City of Richmond awarding an athletic field and sport court lighting bid. Say that 17 times in rapid succession. Sport court lighting bid for the Richmond Regional Sports Complex project. Mr. City Manager, please.
Whereas the city of Richmond has advertised and accepted bids for furnishing of athletic field and sport court lights for the sports complex located at the corner of Tates Creek Road and Goggins Lane, Richmond, Kentucky. And whereas 3 bids were received and Bell Engineering has reviewed all bid packages and one proposal has been determined to be the best, now therefore be ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners, the Richmond Regional Sports Complex Project Contract 604-2405, bid package 5 is awarded to Musco Sports Lighting LLC of Iowa for a total of $878,000. Funding for this project will be allocated from the Richmond Regional Sports Complex Project Fund. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's Order 24-145. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Newby, is there any discussion?
I just wanted to clarify,
Yes.
so the funding for this is already in the bonds that we issued. We're just awarding the bid, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. And this was another cost-saving measure. So we could have included this in the Phase 2 bid package, but what we decided to do is to bid out just the lighting equipment and purchase that directly from the city. So instead of the contractor purchasing it and marking it up, say 25-30%, it was a significant savings for us.
Very good, because lighting is expensive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you. Any other question, comment, discussion? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-146, an order of the City of Richmond accepting bids for the renovation of the Pro Shop at Gibson Bay Golf Course. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the Pro Shop building located at Gibson Bay Golf Course needs to be renovated on the interior for new carpet and restrooms, and whereas the city advertised for these bids on September 7th, and after review, a recommendation has been determined for the best proposal for this project. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the Gibson Bay Pro Shop carpet project is awarded to First Call Construction of Richmond, Kentucky for the total amount of $18,000. And whereas the restroom project is awarded to Serve Pro of Richmond, Kentucky for the total amount of $32,000. Funding for the project will be allocated from the Golf Pro Capital Outlay Building Budget. The submitted bid is hereby attached to the order. The mayor is hereby authorized to execute the contract by his signature to make the contract binding with both parties. This order shall be effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-146. May we have a motion, please, bring the floor for discussion and approval.
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby, is there any discussion? Contract. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-147, an order of the City of Richmond hiring a firefighter. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the city of Richmond is in need of firefighters to meet the needs of the citizens of Richmond, and whereas this candidate has completed the required testing and previously interviewed by the selection panel, which resulted in him being placed on a waiting list until availability became open. And whereas a recommendation for hiring has been made by the city manager due to the recent retirements in the department. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following individuals hired as firefighter 1 for the City of Richmond, contingent on satisfactory completion of all requisite background checks and pre-employment process effective October 23rd at the annual base rate of the fire pay scale 2425 at pay grade 3, Clayton Cornett. He is an at-will employee and will serve a 12-month probationary period. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Chief, is he here tonight? He's not. All right, thank you. May we have a motion, please? Bring order 24-147 to the floor for discussion and approval.
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion?
Hey, Chief, with this one hire and the 3 retirees, where does that put us at manpower there?
With this hire right here, we will be at full staff. And I'd like to thank the commission and the mayor and everybody. We've done a really good job. Used to be in the past, we'd wait until somebody retired, and then we'd go through the hiring process. And there was always a big gap. But we've stayed ahead of it. So this will be at full staff with Clay.
Excellent.
So, thank you.
Any further discussion? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-149, an order of the City of Richmond accepting several bids for Little League at Revel Field. Mr. City Manager, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has advertised and accepted bids for installation of fencing, concrete, and masonry at Revel Little League Baseball Field located at Lake Reba Park. And whereas bids were received and has met all specifications and lead time, which determined to be the best proposals for the city. Now therefore be ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners, the Lake Reba Park Little League fencing project bid for Revel Field is awarded to Eads Fencing Company of Richmond, Kentucky for a total of $66,400. The Lake Reba Little League concrete project bid for Revel Field is awarded to Stewart Contracting of Richmond, Kentucky for a total of $42,500. The Lake Reba Park Little League Masonry project bid for Revel Field is awarded to Anthony Noel of Crab Orchard, Kentucky for the total of $49,900. Funding for the project will be allocated from ARPA budget, Little League facility improvements. The submitted bids are hereby attached to the order. This order shall take effect upon reading and passage by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. That's order 24-149. May we have a motion, please? Bring the floor for discussion and approval.
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, is there any discussion? Anything, Mr. City Manager?
I just want to thank MP Kelly, Mike Kelly, has been very helpful in this whole process. And without him, I don't know that we would have gotten this done this quick, because for all this to come together in the past 60 days is pretty good, actually. Pretty good for government.
Yeah. Folks can't talk about them wheels turning slowly anymore. can they?
That's right.
They said that about the pickleball courts today, didn't they?
That's right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Any further discussion? Since it's contract, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-150, order of the City of Richmond promoting an employee within the Police Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas there is a need for an additional safety officer within the police department, and whereas the position was advertised and interviews conducted, and whereas there is a qualified internal employee that wishes to seek the promotion of safety officer, and whereas the city manager has recommended the promotion of this qualified applicant. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that Austin Miller in the police department is hereby promoted to from park security officer to safety officer effective payroll date October 18th, pay grade 3. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-150. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby, is there any discussion? Chief, I think that's the first time I've seen that kind of internal promotion. And good show.
It worked out really well for us, Mayor.
Good show.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Ayes have it and so ordered. Thank you so much. This is the public comments period. Normal procedure is any public comments that desire greater than 5 minutes, and I said that I would allow very little exception there. But this is the public comments period. Please come to the podium if you wish to speak. Give your name so that the clerk then can record that for the record. All righty.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Patricia Gailey. That's Gailey. I'm here on behalf of Abolish Slavery Kentucky. I don't know how many of you know, but slavery is actually legal in Kentucky still, since hundreds of years ago, forever. It has never been abolished, and this is because there is a clause in our Constitution that says that slavery shall be prohibited unless you are convicted of a crime. Now, you may know that slavery is a crime against humanity. So what this does is it puts a crime against humanity at the core of our criminal justice system, which means that justice is not very reliable. Actually, it doesn't look well, it doesn't look good for the Department of Justice, and it is harmful to many people who are going through the system. What it means is that people are treated poorly. There are inhumane conditions that get set up, whether that's intentional or not, I cannot say, but it does happen. And when people are in a position where they are fighting for their survival, they cannot make the decisions they need to make to pursue a better life. Think about that. When we discipline our children, we don't treat them inhumanely. We let them retain some dignity. We let them have their education. We let them have something to do, right? We just simply say, what you did is wrong. And we need to do the same thing in our Department of Justice. We need to separate the crimes against humanity from the justice system so that people can actually go through that system and learn the lessons they need to learn and move on. We have to take this out of our Constitution, right? Because there's no reason to have crimes against humanity at the core of our criminal justice system. It has been done in 8 other states so far across the country. Alabama and Tennessee have removed similar statements from their Constitution, as well as 6 other states. It's going on the ballot next month in California and Nevada. That'll bring us up to 10 states, and there are 20 more states, Kentucky included, that are working on making this kind of change, because a lot of people around the country want our Constitution to represent the kinds of values that we hold dear in our hearts and that we want to live by. So I'm asking you to watch for the legislation. Last year, we had 3 bills, identical bills, in the state Senate and House, and a total of 12 sponsors. And that's not bad for a first year out, right? We can do better this year, but we need for you all to call in to your General Assembly members and tell them that this is something you care about. If you want more information, you can go to www.abolishslaveryky.org, and there are several links there where you can choose how you want to participate. If you want to participate, there's a petition, there's a form letter where you can send a letter, and you can change it to say what you want it to say. You can sign up for updates so that as we have calls for action, you can get note of those, and you can follow through and make yourself a part of this abolitionist process. Thank you, Mayor, for your time. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, citizens of Richmond, and I look forward to seeing you in Frankfurt.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience also, Ms. Gailey. Is there another? Ready?
Debbie Vescio here. So basically by them pulling that means that Lone Tree Development can come and do another zone change request next week, a couple months after the election is basically what they can do. And we have all seen what they do. They came forward, they did a zone change request, they lost. They waited 4 months. They came back again. So anyway, that's kind of the way they work. Now, we, as citizens, have come, we've spent time from our families, we've spent money out of our own pockets, basically, to fight this zone change. Now, this company is basically, you go to their website, $250 million worth of assets. They also have $845 million worth of building backlog. So we're looking at a company with $1 billion. So basically what they're trying to do by pulling this, they're trying to win by wearing down the people. This is a prime example of big business against the people. So basically, commissioners, mayors, what I'm saying is, don't you think you at least owe us, the citizens, basically to let us know your answer on how you stand with this issue so we can take this into consideration when voting in November. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there another?
Scott Mandel, thank you very much for the opportunity. Just had a couple of quick procedural questions. If I could ask the city attorney, what is the requirement for creating minutes for official meetings of the city when they're considering items as an official group?
You understand the question?
Not entirely. The minutes are kept by the city clerk as the official record.
Okay. And so is there some time frame by which they need to be approved, or is that just kind of random, or is there a regular time frame that they should be approved?
We typically approve them at the next meeting.
Okay, great. So just wondering, when will the minutes from the public forum that we had, when will those be approved?
I stated that they would be in the next meeting. Is that right, Madam Clerk? I stated that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mayor. And we just wanted to say how much we appreciate Debbie and all the work she's done, and all the people who have helped out here. And we appreciate your all's time in hearing our feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott. Yes. Is there another? Is there another? All right, Mr. City Manager, please.
Mayor, I want to take the time to thank everybody involved last week with our Millstone Festival, but it goes a couple days prior to that with the Madison Central Homecoming Parade, the Friday night Neon Run, 5K, and then the Millstone Festival Saturday. Fire Department, Police Department, Public Works, Parks Grounds, Parks and Recreation, our admin staff, long hours, but as usual, Team Richmond killed it, and it was one of the best festivals we've had so far. We're looking on how to grow it, because we had close to 40 vendors that couldn't participate. So I'm very proud to be part of that team. The other thing I want to point out tonight is I want to give our city clerk some accolades here. If you didn't notice, this packet was 405 pages. And that's no small feat in a week when we were trying to get it ready for a festival and all these bid packages together, and we all rallied together. But that's a lot to put together. So
I'm going to touch on that.
Okay.
Because I can't stand computers. And she types it all out for me so I can look at it on paper. Every meeting.
Thank you all, love it.
Awesome job. We love what we do. Thank you. Mayor.
Yes, thank you, sir. Commissioner Goble?
I'm good. I could go on for days about lots of things, but kudos, to what Rob said, because I watched the road department, I watched the police department, the fire department work their butts off in the last few weeks, and they have done a phenomenal job. Even with the storm we had and all that happened with a fire and just so many trees down. And so, good job, guys. Thank you for all you do.
Yes, indeed, thank you. Commissioner Newby?
I just want to touch one more thing on the Millstone Festival. You're right, it's growing every year, from the car show to arts and crafts to vendors. And you're thinking about ways to maybe improve it or I know the mayor will remember, and probably some folks out here do, in the 70s, they had a 4th of July event every year, and that was like 3 nights. They had like a beauty pageant and everything. So, here they did. So really, we can maybe expand it in a couple of days, you know.
We've talked about that.
So, that could be in the future. But that's my statement.
Yes, sir. I could even see a concert maybe one of those nights.
Well, they had music every night, different kind of bluegrass one night, maybe a little something at the courthouse lawn every night.
That's right.
So, yeah.
So that was downtown and not out of.
They shut everything off just like they did,
Yeah.
just like you do now.
Yeah, something the chief mentioned to me, we've talked about it, Chief Richardson, I didn't realize this, he pointed it out to me, but it's easier for them to shut down Main Street and Water Street as opposed to just Main Street because of the entrant exits off of Water Street. It gives you that, we could grow that way. I just don't know if people want to walk up and down those steep hills.
And there's a lot more traffic than there was in 1975, too.
What?
Oh, Jim, goodness, that's funny.
Is that it, sir?
That's it, yeah, that's it.
You never know with Jim.
Commissioner Cole?
Well, ditto what everyone has said about the Millstone Festival. It was just such I would call it a feel-good day. Everybody was in a good mood, that we were just, the city employees should be so proud, and just, every single person that I talked to, I tried to go around and visit the vendors and just meet and greet and talk to people, and I think every single person I talked to was in a good mood, which is, which is always a good thing. We had absolutely perfect weather,
I was going to say.
which, good weather makes everything better. So it was just a beautiful day. It was a fun day and a day to be proud to be in the city of Richmond. And I love having people downtown. And we've tried to really work hard on doing some things downtown. It looks good. We're always in tune with that and so forth. So just ditto what others have said in terms of the Millstone Festival. The only other thing, and we've been promoting it, so you probably have seen that, but on Thursday night, we're going to have EKU hoops out at Dillingham Park, which is one of our city parks. And so we literally take the show down to Dillingham Park, and the EKU basketball players come out and just have so much fun, working with people here in the city, and some of the kids come out, and it's a really good time. So if you've never done that, again, hopefully we'll continue the good weather. And, the community is invited to come out and join us Thursday night and meet the players and watch them play some EKU hoops.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for
That's
mentioning
it.
those. That's all right. Let me mention a couple of things just quickly. As we talk about the festival, don't take this wrong. This is not intended for any kind of anything. But one of the things I enjoy at the festival time, and also Halloween Hold Down and Christmas Parade, is spending some time with our Public Works Department. Let me tell you what I mean. When all of the festivities have ended, there is a group in that Public Works Department and the Police Department who spends several hours returning Main Street and the whole downtown area to the way it looked before the festival. And never asking for any kind of recognition. Sometimes, so I just hang around and just chit-chat. Now, that's not to keep them from getting their work done, but just chit-chat. Let them know that what they're doing is important, because where we really see that is in the wintertime when it has snowed. And when these folks are out there at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning so that we can go to work on time, we can get to church on time, we need to let them know how much we appreciate what they do. It's not about having a job or getting paid. It's the attitude with which they do it. And then we get up in the morning thinking, oh, the streets are clear. And they didn't just, and here's a word from my youth, they didn't just up and be that way, right? Y'all remember that thing, up and be? Well, anyway, so I just want to give a shout out also, but not just police and fire and public works, but like the city manager said, even administration, everybody was represented in what the city manager calls the team. And that's exactly what it was. What a wonderful, what an awesome team we have. One other thing, this afternoon, I accepted a challenge.
I didn't see you playing out
To, no, not for today, but I've offered. We cut the ribbon on the pickleball court at I don't know what I was thinking, but I've accepted the challenge to play with somebody, so long as I can just stand still and just.
I'd like to see that.
I did too. I wanted to see it. Be sure we know.
Yeah, that's right.
When it happens.
As long as I don't have to move. Because as I said, when my friends came and told me who liked playing pickleball, that they had sprained ankles and twisted elbows, and I said, no. So as long as I can stand still and just do that, we'll announce it and you can come watch. Also, certainly need to mention that, was it yesterday, Lisa? I can't remember from day to day. Was it yesterday? The past several days, the delegation from our sister city in Japan, the Hokuto City, have been visiting with us. Had a welcome dinner on Friday evening at Berea, and yesterday they came here to the chambers and saw how we did things and asked questions and so on. It was wonderful to have them visit. The Madison County International Committee will share a visit next year, but it's always a pleasure to welcome our sister city representatives, and about 16 to 20 of them. Wonderful time, and but there's a lady who came with them this time who came from Japan to Boston, Massachusetts some years ago and studied shell art, making pictures, if you will, out of shells. And she gave us, well, break it, why don't you? But this is shells, little shells. And she gave this to us as a gift. She has also, she came to Boston, learned the art, and then went back and introduced it to Japan. She has also written a book on that very thing. This is her book on how to do it, and she said, realizing she had to deal with people like me, she has an English version. But it's awesome, and certainly I'd invite you to look at it when the meeting is over, but or any other time. It'll be on display. But just an awesome visit with our sister city, and we appreciate certainly all that they love bringing gifts. They bring gifts. They bring gifts. They bring gifts. And let's see. once again, of course, this Thursday at Dillingham Park, and it is an awesome event. If last year is any indication what this year will be like, it's going to be awesome. But Coach A.W. brings the entire team, the whole cheerleading staff, his staff, supporters from across this entire city. Every bit of Richmond is represented at the Dillingham Park. They do their three-point shots and have contests. And last year, and this is the last comment, last year, Coach issued a challenge to me. He thought maybe we ought to have better backboards there in that park. So he said he and his wife were going to buy one of them, Mindy. Then he looked at me and said, Mayor, will you buy the other one? And with all the eyes on me, I said, sure. And immediately I came to City Hall and I said, Rob, help me. We need to buy a backboard. So,
It looks really good.
and it is awesome. It is really awesome. I will suffer this. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for asking. 6 o'clock, isn't it?
I think it's
It's at
6. Pretty
6.
sure.
Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Are all hearts and minds clear?
Hearts and minds clear.
All hearts and minds clear. There being no other, thank you all so much, certainly for your patience, certainly for your concern. And, know that we hear you. We hear you. And we're trying to do our homework. That's not well, at least not on the part of this commission. That's not a stunt. But we will govern ourselves appropriately. May we have a motion, please?
So moved.
I
Second.
move.
See how anxious they are to leave?
The two of them.
Pick one, Lisa, for the motion, one for the second.
Okay.
Pick one or
Madam
the
Clerk,
other.
please.
Commissioner Newby? Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. You all have a